everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing amazing. In today's video we're going to be transforming this living room because it's looking a bit beige and boring. I'll show you in a moment. I really love the Nancy Meyers, Ralph Lauren, just sort of cottage home. I want to say aesthetic. Is it an aesthetic? But you know what I mean. So I'm really wanting to channel this. I have a new build, well, sort of new build. It is far from a cottage. So in order to get that vibe, I have to be a bit crafty and just see what I can do to just bring some of that energy into here. To start off with, we're going to go to TK Maxx and Home Sense to have a little look and see what's in there so we can get some bits and pieces to help decorate this room. Now, you know the Nancy Styles aesthetic is in fashion when pretty much everything is in that style, and it was so beautiful. I ended up looking at a lot of garden stuff. So for a bit of context, my living room is a green, cream, gold, silvers, like sort of that sort of theme. But I do just love that you can find pretty much everything. So I ended up going down the cushion aisles and got some bits there, but I had to stop at the candles and I regret not picking up that Byrodo candle that was on the side. But look at how gorgeous this cushion is that I picked up. I just had to get it. And then I wandered around more, found more bits and pieces, but I'll show you at the end of this so you can see what I got for my living room. There is one thing that I didn't pick up and I'm having regrets that I didn't get it, which you'll see in a moment, but it is a painting and it's this circle or oval shape and it's just so beautiful. I don't know where I would have put it though, so maybe it is good that I didn't get it. But overall, I did find a few bits and pieces which will make do, but I think I'm going to be looking at charity shops for a lot more things. But I did pick up a few bits for my garden, such as this gorgeous green patio bistro set. Oh my god, it's absolutely stunning and you're about to see it in a moment. But I also couldn't resist looking at pots and getting some tea. So to start off with, we just have the sofa, and then the only addition I have is this area. So this painting, you can see my reflection, is one that I did a while ago and I've only just got it hung up. I think that this adds a lovely bit of colour to this room, and actually if you're into the minimal beige aesthetic then this is quite nice, to be honest, but it's not really what I'm going for. And then this lamp set, I believe is from Chosen by Jessica, and it's this gorgeous ceramic style, so it's really pretty. But there is a lot that needs doing. And then over here we just have the TV. This old unit we are going to get rid of eventually because we're going to be having a whole massive feature wall. But that's not happening in this video. We're on a low budget, so things are getting done very slowly, which is fine because it allows me to be more intentional with what I choose. So I'm going to show you the decorational pieces that I've got, which is in the kitchen laid out on the table. And then we're going to move a bit of furniture in here. So I just have a whole bunch of pieces of things which I'm going to decorate with, but it is just to start off with. The thing is I don't mind getting things done slowly because I like looking through charity shops and even car booths and just seeing if I can find unique bits like baskets and stuff, and you can save a lot of money doing that. But I just have enough here to make it feel a bit more homely, and it'll just be nice to get started and just making the place feel like, yes, exactly what I want. But I am taking huge inspiration from books like these, especially this one, because I love the different colour patterns. So for example, the patterns on this wall, and just this is the sort of vibe I want to go for. So you'll see some of the furniture that I've got really complements this, like, oh, this is absolutely stunning. I love this. So yeah, I've been flicking through this a lot and just looking for different ideas. So I'm wanting to introduce like colour and textures to the room, which I just think is going to look so pretty. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is getting rid of these boring curtains. Now, to be fair, the previous owners left these here, which has been an absolute godsend because it meant we didn't have to worry about getting new curtains throughout the house. Also, looking at my garden, it's really starting to take shape, and this is a new addition I got. So anyway, I'm getting distracted. So we're going to replace these curtains and we're going to go for a bold pattern which I just think is going to look absolutely gorgeous. I feel so incredibly lucky because Two Pages reached out to me and have offered me some curtains to decorate this living room, which I'm truly so grateful. And my problem is I'm so picky. I have been looking through multiple shops looking for different curtains and was just having no luck finding any that I like, and I was getting frustrated. So Two Pages have sent over to me a whole variety of samples. So it's been lovely just flicking through and getting to decide what I liked. It was quite a hard decision because I found some which I adored. So for example, some of my favourite finds were these wool tartan patterns, as they are perfect for a countryside home. But they also have others where, for example, they had a design contest last year and they had independent artists submit designs, and these were made into bespoke curtains. So for example, these were a close contender just because it's such a classic pattern, and as I was showing you in the inspiration, I wanted something that was very floral. Like, how gorgeous are these? But the one that I went for, that I just thought in the end would be an absolute gorgeous statement piece, would tie so well with everything else that I'm getting, was this one. I sent this pattern off and measured up my curtains, which was quite easy. I followed the guide on their website. Approximately a week and a half later, they came and they are absolutely gorgeous, and I thought we could set them up together. So, I mean, you can't see, but here's the fabric. How beautiful is this? I mean, you can't see much, but I'm so excited to get them set up. So I thought we can do that together. Let's take down these curtains that we have now, the boring ones, and put up these gorgeous ones. Believe it or not, this is the first time I've ever installed curtains onto a house, and it was very easy. I just put through some pegs into the curtains. I don't know the official names, and I bought some circle hoops from Amazon because I wanted a nice bronze colour to go with everything. But the overall installation process was so easy, which was nice. I only made the mistake of not buying enough hoops, so I'm only able to do one curtain rod for the moment, so I can do the next one next week. But I love these curtains. They are really good quality and the pattern looks absolutely lovely. I chose the triple French pleat design out of many available, and you can shop them in the link in my description. I really like it, and I generally think we're going to be painting the wall a warmer colour. Probably like a warmish greenish brown, not too dark, but I just think that will complement it so well. So that's before, that's after. I love it already. And then once we have pillows that sort of match, it's gonna look so good. The curtains are now tackled. So now I'm moving over to this because these pillows are just not it. So these are the ones that just came with the sofa. So far I have found these ones. So I'm gonna play around because we have, I mean, it's messy, but we have a book nook there. So I was thinking if this doesn't go, that can just go in the book nook, so that's absolutely fine. And then I have these ones, which are from John Lewis. They're nice woolen cushions. So, oh, feathers coming up. So these will just look really nice too, and they have the nice dark green around the edge, which will complement it. I needed to make sure that the greens complement each other, which they do. It's kind of hard to tell because of the lighting, but these do look really nice together in real life, and I like to mix the patterns. So I am placing down the cushions. I am realizing the combination that I chose doesn't fully go together, so that means the colorful cushion is going to go to the book nook, and I'm going to find some others. I think this blanket just adds a nice cozy touch. I have decided that this is going to be the get up for now. I just thought the other cushion just was a bit too much with these. And eventually I want to get these ones. I'm trying to think how to do it. Probably a solid green colour or even floral, but I don't want it to be too much that they just clash. They need to sort of have a tiny bit of pattern, a bit like this, but be in that green. So it's a work in progress. And then I just have this blanket down here. This is one we've already got. Eventually I'm going to get a patterned floral one in the green as well. Now, the only problem is we need a coffee table. For the longest time, we have been using this outdoor one, but we're finally upgrading. So I found this one on Facebook Marketplace for, I think we paid £20, and it's solid wood. And I had a look online, this retailed for about 300 quid, which I'm very chuffed a bit. Now, eventually it's going to need some oiling or varnish or something, just because it's not looking its absolute best, but that's absolutely fine. That's a project for another day because it's perfectly fine. It's all starting to come together, which is really exciting. So we need to decorate it, which is very exciting. And that is what we're going to do with the bits that are in the kitchen right now. We're going to decorate this coffee table to make it look quite nice and just complement everything else. I think we're going to choose a couple of books which are going to go quite nicely, but so we have a selection, some that's both mine and Matthew's personalities. So we're going to use this stack here because I kind of created the stacks already. So if you're curious to know what books we got Celebrating George, which is a new one that came out. I'm a George Michael fan, so I had to get this. And then I got this one, which is At Home in the English Countryside, Designers and Their Dogs. And it's just another book that I got for some inspo, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love looking at countryside home inspos or inspiration. So that I thought stacks quite nicely. And then obviously we have to include some of Matthew's personality. So we have this Star Wars one, which we have a little collection. This is for the prequels. So there's just a whole lot of information there. But I just thought I wanted something that is a neutral cover that looks quite nice. And I think that stacks up quite nicely. But I might just play with the arrangement to check. But I think this is how it's going to be. Or we could do it this way maybe. That looks a bit more decorative. Yeah, I don't think it looks too bad that there is a bit of a gap, because you're mostly going to see it this way. Although I'm now seeing this and I'm thinking we need to get a new one at some point, because having the black and all the brown, it just does not work. The more we're decorating this room, the more out of place this whole unit is. Then of course we have to have a plant. So I've got this gorgeous hydrangea, which so far I've kept alive for about 2 or 3 months. We'll see how it goes, although leaves are not the happiest. We then have this, which I think is eventually going to go outside, but I just think that looks quite nice to look at, or even down there like that. I then got some coasters, and then this, which I got from the Cotswolds, and also some candlesticks for me, like candles. So I think I'm gonna see what I can put in this basket. I reckon the coasters are gonna have to go here. Yeah, that works. Maybe push the books back a little bit, because I don't want this space to be too cluttered. And then we'll just see how I can work things out. I think overall that looks so cute, apart from that in the background. I then have one more thing which does need a polish eventually, but it is a silver dish which I just found in the charity shop for £5, but it's genuine silver, and it has this little handle, but if you just put it down like that, it works quite nicely. Although I don't know if the colour of the chocolates throw things off, but it's fine. They're going to get eaten eventually. It's all coming together quite nicely, apart from I now need to do the back. So we're going to get the last of the decorations and just decorate things there. So these are the final 2 things I have. So we got a couple more books which I need to just sort out. We have this Star Wars Archives one of the originals. We then got this one, which I got from Dalesford a long time ago. Well, I say a long time ago, it was about 9 months ago. It's just information about Dalesford and some recipes. And then we have this book, which I showed you beforehand. So I'm gonna put these on the table. Then I've got this dried flower arrangement, which was here before actually. This is a winter floral arrangement, which is fine. And we'll do for now, but I think eventually when I've got the money, I'm going to get a more summer arrangement, maybe even more hydrangeas, like the fake ones, and then I can swap those out, because I just look at it and it makes me think of winter. It's super pretty and I do like it, and actually it does add a bit of colour to the room, but I just think it'll be nice to be able to swap it around and change things up. And this is looking so much more pretty, so beautiful. I'm nowhere near done with this room, but it's definitely a good start. Having the curtains have really just added a lot of colour and character to this room, which makes me so happy. So once again, thank you so much TWOPAGES for sending them over. I absolutely love it and I can't wait to put up the next ones next week. All of the information will be in the description below. I'm so happy with how everything is looking. It just looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, look behind me. It feels like there's more character in this room. This is only just the beginning. This is going to evolve so much and just be such a beautiful room to be in, which I'm really excited. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys.